Now let's get lively. Gather round, let's sort the buyers from the spies, the needy from the greedy, and those who trust me from those who don't. Eddie Murphy! Fuck you!
Get the fuck out of here! Man, you fight with nobody.
Best of all time, and before time was even created.
Follow me, Hunt. I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. Don't be scared, homie.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Grab his dick and twist it.
Oh my god, dude, it's an MMA fight, dude.
You twist that dick.
Twist his dick!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed time for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching along at home. This is the Eggplant Tornado podcast, the fight podcast for the common man. We're coming at you live out of Garden Disaster Studios, a man down, but back at you as always. And with me, as always, is the man, the myth, the legend, the Griff. How you doing this week, buddy?
You got that shit locked the fuck down now, hey. I'm doing pretty well. Good day of fight yesterday.
It was.
We got some shit to talk about in that sense.
We do. A little bit of a disappointment, but, you know, good fights all the same.
Indeed. The Froome's not here today, but big days at work ahead of him. You want to let the people know what's happening in the next couple of days, Ned?
Well, I'll actually be starting work with Froome as well.
Ooh.
Quit my job last week. So
Got the fuck out of there.
That's it. Got the absolute flying fuck out of there. Me and Froome will be on the same schedule, so hopefully we'll be able to like confer a little bit more and be able to make bit more of like trio appearances and stuff like that.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
It is. It's going to be beautiful.
I'll let the people know what we've got in store, Ned.
Before you do that, why don't you let them know where they can find it?
Oh, fucking, if you look, you can find us. We're pretty much everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter.
Can't escape.
Spotify, Apple. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit share. Just do whatever you feel we deserve. And
Alrighty.
That's one thing. Like it's so simple, but I don't even have that locked down. You know, man, my brain doesn't work in that sense. We're gonna start off a little, believe it or not.
We are.
Then UFC 284 was in Perth.
Yep.
Fucking the Aussie crowds, man, they pump heavy.
Oh, dude, absolutely insane.
The whole time, just non-stop, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just going nuts. It was good to see. We've got Wood versus Lara this weekend.
Yeah, we do.
That's a funner fight than everyone's giving it credit, I reckon.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
What's it? That'll be on DAZN?
Yes, they will be.
Ooh. Then we'll just roll out into a little That Sands My Bernie.
We will. Bit of a common theme over the past couple of weeks, but it sounds Bernie nonetheless.
Fucking Sands mine.
You better believe it. Alrighty.
Chase.
Speaking of things you better believe, let's roll into it. We'll start off with probably the biggest news from the week, and there's going to be probably a little bit more news on this, like literally happening as we speak, because this is being announced at halftime at the Super Bowl. Pretty convenient timing. PBC sent a contract to Golden Boy saying they will promote as the A side if Garcia wins the first fight, which is the hold up. Apparently, over the last couple of weeks, there was contract disputes saying that, even if Garcia wins, the PBC want to promote the second fight and stuff like that because there's a rematch clause and all that kind of shit. So not only, has this all been sorted, and it looks like we're going to see these guys go April 15th, we're probably going to see them go again later in the year, regardless of who wins.
That's a fucking fun fight, man. I'm just glad it's going to go ahead. And, depending on which way it goes, it's going to go ahead again.
We've got some, potentially, we've got an interesting, fight to talk about next as well, which wasn't something that I was planning on happening this year, but it's a, decent fight nonetheless. You look at that, we've got Garcia and Davis coming up, then not potentially, Haney and Lomachenko is going to happen.
Yeah.
Fury and Usyk's going to happen. You'd assume that Ngannou is going to do some crazy combat sports shit by the end of the year.
Well, it'll probably be in, believe it or not, about fuck you.
It will be. It will be.
What?
You best believe You best believe it. And then, we've got Conor McGregor returning the end of the year as well. So it's just a fucking good year for combat sports.
I mean, it started off good.
And John Jones.
So that's, not far off either, really.
That's,
John Jones.
just over a month away.
Can someone take his car
There's
keys?
2 UFC pay-per-views in March.
Huge. Yeah, sometimes they just back-to-back them, though. If they got stacked shit on.
Pretty sure, March 5th is, Jones and Gane, and then right at the end of the month, like the 25th or the 26th, is Usman Edwards.
Yeah, nice. I don't want to see that, man. Rest in peace, Edwards. It was a beautiful run he had. You know what I mean?
Sorry, Leon.
Oh man, I hope he gets it done. Like I honestly do. I really like him. I hope Usman's knees just give out or something. I feel that's an Edmund hope this time. Maybe his knee like kicks him in the knee repetitively.
Fucking hell, that'd be great. Just absolutely, just fucking, just takes his fucking leg off. What are you doing, Bruce? Okay.
Let's go make your mind up here.
Hey. Well, yeah, that's kind of a nice segue. Like, there's not, really much to talk about. It's been announced. We'll talk about it when it gets much closer to the fight and do a breakdown and stuff like that.
That's mad though.
But speaking of people that can't really make their mind up, Josh Taylor. So was slated to fight Jack Catterall, suffered an injury kind of thing.
For the people that don't know who Josh Taylor is, boxer.
Like you.
No, Josh Taylor, boxer. Where's he from?
Scotland.
There you go.
Tartan Tornado.
The what?
The Tartan Tornado.
The tartare sauce tornado. Sounds fucking terrible, to be honest, Ned. But yeah. No, I got a rough idea who he is. He's a mediocre boxer at best.
Tartare sauce tornado just sounds like the shittest item at a seafood themed restaurant.
Hard. But like, that guy's nickname is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, what about him?
Josh Taylor and Top Rank are apparently looking at fighting. Guess who?
I don't know.
You don't want to know?
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Well, he doesn't know either. He doesn't know if he still got it.
Oh, boy.
Our boy. Like in Teofimo Lopez Jr. is apparently being lined up to fight Josh Taylor.
I mean, that's a good fight for Teofimo.
No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. Josh Taylor's going to murder Teofimo Lopez.
Not with that kind of nickname, he's not.
Have you ever watched Josh Taylor fight?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to murder Teofimo Lopez.
I mean, good step up and like...
It's the worst possible decision they could have made. But at the same point in time, there's no other way for them to go.
I'd say, not a disliker of Teofimo, but I'm definitely not a fan of him. So, yeah, it's a great fight for him to take.
Yeah, 100%. He's going to get knocked in the next fucking week.
I don't know. I don't think Josh Taylor's all that fucking swift either, though.
He's better than Kambosos. He hits harder. He's more technically sound.
Who runs ferocious promotions?
I don't know. Why is that?
Like, it'd be George, right?
You would assume so.
You think he'd just be promoting, like, other fighters he's got on there? The same thing the other day, I was just, like, from that ferocious promotions, and it's just saying how, like, George is, like, just, like, the best thing that's ever happened to Australia boxing. Best boxer that's ever come out of Australian shit. Does he forget that we've had other good boxers?
He must.
I don't know, man. It just fucking kind of...
Which is kind of annoying because, yeah, if you look at, like, accolades-wise, yeah, technically he is the most decorated boxer in Australian history.
Yeah, being, like, undisputed or whatever.
Yeah, but you don't have to keep saying it.
Yeah.
Like,
just calm down.
Just go do something about it.
Yeah, but, like, I feel like it's good for Teofimo to, like, challenge himself. You never know. He, like, might be, like, a fucking... Depending if he's, like, he might have his dad out of his corner and actually have his head together.
Yeah.
If he's got his head together, he can scrap.
Yeah, that's it. He is talented and he hits hard. He can potentially get the job done. But if his head's not in the game, he's not going to beat Josh Taylor.
Yeah, but to take that fight, his head's got to be in, like, a decent place, you know what I mean?
You would assume so.
So maybe it's a good thing?
Yeah.
Could be a good sign.
Who knows?
Hopefully his dad's just not in his corner.
Yeah, that's just get rid of your fucking dad.
No one needs to see him.
No, nobody.
Give him $50.
Send him on his way.
Yeah. Go buy some milk.
Yeah.
I'll get my dad to give his dad a call.
Alrighty, but speaking of interesting matchups, have you seen Khamzat Chimaev talking during the week?
Probably Knuckles.
Hey.
That's a fucking fun fight, man.
That's a real fun fight.
I don't think, because, like, yeah. What's his actual name? Robert Whittaker. That's his name. He's actually, like, he's super well-rounded.
Yeah, 100%.
So he's not just going to, like, crumble under the first takedown. He's going to be, like, challenging positions, and if that stays on its feet, like, that's got a good chance for Whittaker to win.
Yeah, he's like a real good striker. And he's
Yeah.
got very proficient wrestling.
I feel like that's mad for Chimaev to be like constantly taking big challenges like Burns. And then there was like something lined up with Costa, but that never kind of happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, Whittaker. So he's not like trying to fight like people he can just ragdoll.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's trying to go for like bigger competition, which is good to see.
I reckon it's mad.
I mean, if you say you're going to kill everybody, why not?
I don't think he's just going to like be able to walk through and
God, no.
do what he thinks he's going to be able to do to everyone in that division, though. Like, there's a lot of good people in that division. So, yeah.
Because
fun-
that's,
fun
well,
fight
yeah,
all
that's
around.
going to be a 185, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'd be up there. Oh. Yeah. You couldn't imagine being any higher.
No, like, he's not going to go higher, but like, because Chimaev was supposedly fighting at 170 his last couple of fights.
Yeah, but yeah, Whittaker wouldn't go down to 170, I
No,
don't
so it's
think.
going to be at 185.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fun fight.
Yeah, 100%.
Sign me up.
It's interesting how this guy can just sort of fluctuate wherever the fuck he likes, too. In the sense of, like, he's probably ranked somewhere at 185 because he's fought there before, but, like, he can just, like, he has enough, like, star power to just go, oh, I'm just going to fight the number 2 ranked guy.
If he goes out and gets it done, he's fucking on route for a title shot against Izzy or Pereira, who he just holds down for 25
Chimaev
minutes.
versus Pereira is interesting.
No, he just takes him down straight away, holds him down. Never gives him a chance to do shit.
Yeah, but in the sense of, like, is he strong enough to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him like wrestle with people that are like 205.
Jesus.
Who, like, wait, yeah, that's the light heavyweight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him wrestle like people 205ers and manhandle them. Yeah, he's like super strong. It's ridiculous. But then Pereira's like heavyweight size. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like with technique and everything, he could, yeah, probably like choke Pereira out at least, or get him armbar. You never know.
Yeah,
He's
probably.
a good wrestler, but like he's got good submissions and shit.
But yeah, it's definitely an interesting fight. Be good to see Bobby Knuckles back in action.
Yeah, fuck yeah. It's always good to see Bobby Knuckles.
Sorry about that. Speaking
Bobby
of things that are
Knuckles.
good to see, you see you got inducted into the Hall of Fame over the weekend.
Jens Pulver.
He did. So I believe he was
Yeah.
the first featherweight and the first lightweight champion in the UFC.
I don't know how they done the lower rankings at that time, but yeah, like he was like a big part of like the lighter divisions getting made. And
Yeah.
whatnot. Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's mad.
Never really watched any of his fights, but they were talking about it a whole bunch, so I figured like this guy's obviously important. And I've heard his name a bunch before too.
He coached the Nate Diaz Ultimate Fighter series.
Okay.
Whatever one he was on. I think it's like 5 or
I was
something.
about to say like real early.
Yeah, it was like number 5 potentially, maybe 4 or 5. I
Mhm.
don't know. Yeah, Nate Diaz was on that one, and then yeah, Jens was one of the coaches, and BJ Penn was the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, they fought twice, I think. Him and BJ Penn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ultimate Fighter, like there's a whole bunch of news coming out, but the most like credible thing that I've seen is apparently it's going to be like featherweights and bantamweights. And fuck, there was something else, but I can't remember what it was. And apparently it's like not just going to be like all prospects. It's like potentially going to be some like people that have been cut from the UFC trying to come back for a second chance and stuff.
Oh yeah. I wonder why they're going with all like lighter people. You think they'd maybe? I mean, it's a good way to get like more.
Because they did a
eyes on the
lightweight
lighter
one not long
divisions.
ago, didn't they?
I never really kept up with
The last one was no, actually, hang on. The last one was Ortega Volkanovski. So that would have been like featherweight.
Yeah, but they
maybe
maybe
there's
there's
just
just
a-
like heavier people.
True. Maybe
in
there's
there.
just like a wealth of fucking talent at that weight class that they want to get in.
Well, yeah, I mean, like unless it's like the weight class they're trying to expand the most.
Yep.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's gonna be like a fun series because if Connor says too much, I think Chandler will just fucking kill him.
Yeah, 100%.
Chandler just loves his family. Like, even though half of them are adopted, he just loves his family.
Yeah, and Connor is the kind of person that will just
He'll
keep
just attack that,
talking
man.
until you try and shut him up.
Yeah, he'll attack that, and Chandler will just skits it.
Yeah.
Gets me
It's
7,000.
It'd be Silver Sun and all over again. Wanna know? Wanna know?
Yeah, Chandler just turns
I
fucking.
can't let you get close.
Yeah. That's the best thing to ever happen.
I see it like once every 3 days, and I watch it every time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking so good. Boom, takedown. Then everyone just jumps jail.
Yeah. Oh, and he's just so calm the whole time. He's like, "You have to stop.
Yeah. Can't let you get close.
Wanna know?"
Yeah. So fucking, so cool.
Oh, it's fucking great. Alrighty. We got Blanchfield versus Andrade announced for UFC Vegas 69, which I think is like next weekend, maybe.
I don't
Or
think
something
it's
like
then.
that.
Yeah, I think this weekend there's nothing.
It's like either next weekend or the weekend after. I think it's soon. It's
That's-
either then or it's in like April or some shit. I can't remember.
It's
One of
sometime-
them. It's been announced.
It's sometime this year.
It wasn't supposed to be Andrade though. She stepped in for somebody else.
Is it Jessica Andrade?
Yeah, Jessica Andrade versus Erin Blanchfield. Prospect out of Australia.
Is that for a belt?
No. But I think Andrade's ranked relatively decently, like close to top 5 kind of thing. So it's probably like it's more of just like a step up fight for Blanchfield.
Oh, no. Who's that? Zhang Li's the champion, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember who was like in that division for a minute though.
That's terrifying. Fucking top of the division there.
Yeah. You got Rose, Zhang
Mhm.
Li, Carla Esparza.
Mm-hmm.
You better be careful.
Oh, yeah. Fucking terrifying.
Better be careful.
But speaking of things I know are actually set for April 15th, we got Holloway versus, is it Arnold Allen?
I don't know, but I don't know his name exactly, but fuck yeah. That dude, fucking fun striker, man.
It's
That's
a-
just a striking match. Right
100%.
there.
It's going to be a fucking good fight.
I don't know. Did the battles with Volk, and then like you got to look at like Holloway's last fights. He fought Poirier at 155,
Mm-hmm.
which is like he got the shit beaten out of him.
Yeah.
And then he had who else is he fought? Yair Rodriguez. He took some damage in that.
Yep.
Fucking Volk 3 times. Like Kelvin Carter. Like he's just fought like Kelvin Carter didn't do much to him. But like everyone
Still
else.
tagged him though.
Yeah, a few times, but like he didn't like he wasn't busted up after that. You look at him like after the Poirier fight,
Oh,
he was
dude.
a mess.
Yeah.
So he's just like, yeah, he's been through like some wars, and I'm worried that like because that'd be at 45 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried he's just like the cuts getting too much. But then if he goes up to 55, like they're just all bigger than him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like not writing him off by any means. I just hope that them wars haven't been too much.
Yeah, 100%.
It'd be fun. I don't think they would have been. It'd be fun to see him back and come back and light this dude up. But I also really like that Arnold dude.
Yeah, like you said, it's a really good fight either way.
That's a fun fight, yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of like it is kind of a make or break fight for Max. In the sense of like he starts losing to prospects and it's like really like need to start looking about being on your way out, I think.
Well, I hope the UFC is not using him as like that gatekeeper now.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've searched your purpose. You can just be a gatekeeper and we'll pay you good money.
Which I still think he'd be happy to do, but yeah, like is that what's gonna happen to his career?
Yeah, I don't want that to happen. But
Yeah.
like, it's Max Holloway. You could come out and just Kelvin Carter this dude and just like be talking to the commentary while he's not getting hit, and then just fight Volk a 4th time and get fucked on.
Yeah, it's
Who beats that? We'll talk about that.
we're gonna get into that, yeah.
But yeah, that's a like real fun fight.
Mm-hmm.
It was meant to happen sooner, but it got delayed.
Yeah, I believe so. Somebody might have been injured or something like that.
As long as we still get to see it, it's
That's it.
fucking mad.
Speaking of things we might get to see, Deontay Wilder wants to fight Francis Ngannou in a boxing ring and then in a cage.
That's a fucking terrible idea.
Yeah.
Wilder's got small legs, right?
Yeah. Tiny legs.
Francis is gonna kick through him.
Yeah.
Boxing, I feel like Wilder might. I don't know. I feel like boxing, it's like 50-50 with them two.
Yeah, they're probably just like both as technically skilled as one another, I would say.
Yeah, I don't think Wilder's like a real great boxer.
No.
And then Francis isn't. So it's just like who can land that shot first.
Exactly.
Francis has got a good chin too. Like I've never seen him get fucked up in MMA.
Yeah, he's got a massive head.
Yeah. Like Cyril hit him with some big shots and they didn't really affect him.
Yeah.
So like Wilder could just land big shots and Francis just walk through them in boxing and just be like, and just knock him out in boxing, and then Wilder has to go through the whole thing of like, fuck, now I've got to fight him at his sport.
Yeah, with 4-ounce gloves.
Yeah, and then Wilder would just fucking kill him.
Wouldn't it be hilarious
no.
if it just went both ways?
Like Wilder just comes and wins the MMA.
Ngannou knocks him out in the ring, and then all of a sudden, like, it gets the 4-ounce gloves, and Wilder just cracks him with the first shot, and fucking Ngannou just goes, just goes to sleep.
Oh, dude. And then they have to fight a third time.
Yeah.
Like fucking mud wrestling or something. Just something that neither of them are good at. Are you going to verse each other in tennis? Oh, what? That went to a draw? Golf. Did tennis go to a draw? I don't know.
Oh, fuck me. It's they're like swimming against one another.
Yeah. They're just doing fucking triathlons. Fucking. Fuck me, dead. Have to join NBA teams and verse each other.
Yeah. Fuck me. Yeah, but like, there's not a whole lot to say on that because one, it's probably not going to happen, and two, like, we know what's going to happen if it does.
Murder.
Yeah, murder.
I don't know so much in the boxing, though. I feel like the boxing is really up in the air.
Really 50-50, but if it goes to the cage, yeah, Ngannou will just literally just grab him by the shoulders and just throw him on the ground.
I reckon he'd just kick him a few times and Wilder would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah, why is there a mini truck just running into the sides of my legs right now?
Oh, did somebody just get like an entire fucking like tree and just ram it into my knees?
Yeah, that's not good for Wilder.
No. Fuck no, man. I reckon Wilder's legs put together wouldn't even be one of Ngannou's legs.
No. Fuck no. Especially his like calves. He's got like small like calves.
Like Deontay packing on weight was like 220, 230 or something like that. Ngannou cuts to 265.
Ngannou hasn't been 220
no-
since he was 14.
There's no heavyweight limit in boxing. That kind will come in at like 280, 290 pounds shredded.
Just comes in, looks like Butterbean.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, shit.
Oh, fucking hell. Alrighty, but speaking of boxing, we'll quickly just like talk about some results from the weekend. I don't know how to say this cunt's name. Oshiki or Oshaki Foster? Fuck name, I know.
Why does he have like such a unique first name but then such a basic second name?
Just makes no sense, hey. Absolutely no fucking sense. But defeats Ray Vargas by unanimous decision, and he's the new WBC super featherweight champion.
Was that the co-main or the main?
That was the main.
Oh, there was two cards on though.
Yeah, there was another card.
I watched like a bit of the card in the morning.
That was probably the one that Adam Azim was on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who won that one?
He won by unanimous decision. as
Adam
well.
Azim? Okay.
Yeah. So he's a junior lightweight, so 130.
The cameras make him look heaps bigger, right?
Yeah.
I was watching just like, because I don't really say much about it, I probably wasn't listening. But like, yeah, you look at like, oh, this person's next. I'm like watching like, fuck, big boys coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, no, they're not. They're just like normal.
It's very deceptive, isn't it? Yeah, you're
Yeah.
actually looking and you're like, oh no, these kinds are like 20 pounds less than I am.
Yeah. But
And you started like you look at the heights and you're like, oh, like 5'7", and you're like, and I'm like 5'9".
yeah. Yeah, it's so strange. I watched like some earlier ones. Vidal Riley.
Yes.
He's got a good future ahead of him. Cruiserweight he fights at.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like he's got like some potential ahead of him.
Yeah, I
Salt
watched
Puppy.
the highlights of that. He cracks well.
Yeah. Salt Puppy was in the crowd.
Was he?
Yeah, just vibing.
The
Just
man.
but I feel like they're like homies with Vidal Riley and that.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
Vidal
they are
Riley
all-
came from like something else.
I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that.
Because I know the name.
I believe he did though.
I know the name, and it's not from boxing.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. That's why when I seen he was on a card, I was like, oh, I'm going to suss it out. Anthony Sims Jr., he lost his fight, but a fun fighter to watch. Fun fighter to keep an eye out for.
Okay.
They would just do a strange style. But it was like close fight. It went to a decision, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, they were like the two fights off the early card that I kind of caught my eye. They were fun. But yeah, that Vidal Riley, he's like, I feel like he'll be on some bigger cards coming up.
100%. And same with the one that headlined that card, that Adam Azim. He's sort of like on his way up.
I heard something during that card that Adam Azim or maybe the guy he was facing were like autistic or something.
Hmm.
I could just be like putting autism with it. He had some type of mental illness. And it was like, yeah, a big thing that he was like overcame that and started boxing and whatnot. Don't know if it was him or his opponent. But I heard that earlier.
Once again, we'll have to look into that. Yeah.
Yeah, which we never do.
Yeah, this is never coming up again.
No.
Ever.
Why would we even think about it outside of me just putting shit out that I don't have information for? That's always the thing too. It's always just me like, oh, I heard this. Fuck my life. You did it. Like that.
Oh, fucking hell. The best part is as well, like, no one else would have heard that, so they're just like, fuck, just can't laugh at it.
Just laughing at yourself hitting the table.
Losing his mind. Anyway, speaking of losing your mind, AJ's back. Had a press conference last week and gave some really fucking interesting answers to a question. Somebody asked him, what motivates you? And without a fucking split second, he just turns around and goes, money.
Man, he's gonna. That's bad. Well, like, that's also kind of. It brings me to a point when I heard that. That fight's not getting put on pay per view. It'll
It's
just be
not.
on DAZN. Can't be selling too well.
I think
Or it can't have too much potential, or like they've got to have
what's
a reason behind
happened is
it.
DAZN have actually increased their price. So what I think they're doing is not putting fights like that on pay-per-view now to compensate for the increased price. But you probably find like Canelo's due to come back May 5th. Like that'll be a pay-per-view.
That's just like a slap in the face of AJ. No, but he put himself in that position.
Yeah, 100%.
He lost to Ruiz, and then
He's lost 3 out of his last
fucking 2 to Usyk.
out of his last 5 fights. He's lost 3.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and the other people he fought weren't that like top tier.
No.
He fought Pulev, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, exactly. Like he lost to Ruiz, beat Pulev, then lost to Usyk twice.
Yeah, he's not on like a great run, so his stock's kind of gone down.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I feel like AJ is going to come out like a fucking tank this fucking fight.
He's got a new trainer too, Derek James.
Derek James.
Yes.
Oh.
Last year's like I can't remember who awarded it to him, but trainer of the year. He trains like Errol Spence and stuff. So a
I
good
mean, he's on
trainer.
the right path then, because Errol's got like good boxing skills, but if he sees openings, he'll fucking crack in
Yes.
them. So yeah, I mean, that could be a good step. Who did he have? He's gone through beef with his last trainer now, isn't he?
Robert Garcia, yeah.
Who's like a good trainer, right?
Yeah.
What's the beef there?
Just the parent, like Garcia came out afterwards and said like, oh, he just didn't really listen to me and stuff like that. He sort of like listens to like this part of his team more than he does his trainers. So hopefully James can pull him a bit into line, which means like he's going to be training over in the States.
Yeah, it might be like a real good move for him.
Mm.
I don't get like why boxers like kind of freak out about their trainers after they just like don't perform in a fight.
Yeah, it's not their fault.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
They're not in there throwing punches.
No, it's like, yeah, same as like footy teams and cricket teams and shit. You'll see a cricket team like off topic, but well, not really. You'll see a cricket team lose and then just sack their coach because they're like,
yeah.
oh, we fucking suck.
Same in all sports, yeah. Like, oh, you lost like 2 in a row. Like, you must, like, you got to be out of a job now.
Yeah, like if he has I don't understand that, but like, you know, I don't know. But like, I don't think it's a bad move for AJ. I feel like he needs to get some ticker back in him, maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, it could be something really good, especially because like Spence is like, yeah, like I said, he's a really good boxer who can fucking crack when he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
But he also is just like a better boxer. from
Hopefully he'll
scratch.
get that attitude back about him. But yeah, like speaking of that, like watching the press conference, like his attitude seems like a little bit more like intense.
Well, I mean, like the last time we seen him, he was throwing shit out of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised he didn't pick up the Ukraine man and just throw him into the crowd. I thought we were going to see like a full WWE moment, hey?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was saying it when we were watching it. I'm like, this is WWE, bro. Like, WWE shit's happening.
It would have if Usyk understood enough English to understand what was really happening without it having to be explained to him afterwards. Because you could tell like he was getting some stuff, but other stuff he was just sort of like staring at him blankly. Because Joshua got like a thick accent and was like,
Yeah.
out of breath and talking really fast,
Yeah.
like saying a bunch of shit. So Usyk was sort of like looking at his like translators every now and then, being like, "What's he saying?"
What do you reckon it could have popped off if you actually knew what he was saying?
Yeah, probably.
I like how he just took the flag.
Yeah.
Usyk's like, no, give me my flag.
Yeah,
back.
can
And he's
I-
still like, nah, I'm talking, mate.
Yeah. Legit the most disrespectful. No. I'm gonna hold this.
Yeah, I've got your flag that's like a war-ridden country at the moment. Yeah, you might want your flag back, but I'm fucking talking. Fucking.
Speaking of which will be the
Jesus
last
Christ.
thing that I bring up before we move into our breakdowns here. News, but sort of like more just like a PSA kind of thing. I did see Usyk, and it wasn't translated in English, so I didn't. Oh no, it was translated in English in text. So he was commissioning like the Olympics to not allow Russian athletes to compete, considering what they're doing to his country, and I completely stand behind him on that.
Yeah, but some of the athletes wouldn't have anything to do with.
It's the same reason I did what I it's not on a fucking global war kind of scale, but it's the same attitude that needs to be adopted. Like, you need to, like, the people that are doing these things aren't going to fucking turn around until the people that aren't doing these things are saying to you, why the fuck are you doing these things? You're ruining our lives. Instead of just sort of standing there and going, oh, well, that's happening.
Yeah, so, like, yeah. But it's like hard on, like, a whole country scale because, like, I'm sure, like, every person in Russia isn't just like, yeah, fuck the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure, like, a good percentage of them aren't. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, in that situation, you've kind of got to make a stand against the whole country, though. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I do get it. I get it. I can't say too much more on that, I guess.
Yeah, we're not educated enough to say anything more on that, but things we are educated on, UFC 284.
Where are we starting with this?
Let's just...
Tyson Pedro? Did you watch that fight?
Was that on the prelims?
The last fight on the prelim.
Yeah, I did watch that fight.
He just seemed to gas out, like, within a minute or 2 minutes of the first round.
And see, I was under the impression that he was the one that took the fight on short notice. It wasn't. It was the other dude that took the fight on short notice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, his performance was just super strange to me. Like, the first round, he's, like, coming out doing weird-ass rolls to try to get the leg locks when he's not a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
And then just gassed himself out, like, super early, and then he got beaten. I don't know. Weird performance.
It was a very strange fight.
Yeah, the other guy used to be in the UFC, I believe.
Yeah, then wasn't. Now back is.
Yeah, back is.
Yes.
Speaking of backies, Ned, this episode is actually brought to you by Comebackies. So, you've heard it before. You've heard it once, you've heard it a million times. So, yeah, just go to the website, Comebackies, hit eggplant in the
promo code wanting.
Moist, wanting, waiting. I don't even know what we're talking about now.
Let's just move on to the main card. Oh, fuck me.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, so we had Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menefield.
Good fight. Fucking fun fight. Like we were talking about before we started, you could take a baseball bat to Jimmy Crute's face and he would still double leg take down you, survive, make it through the round, come back, the next round is fresh. I swear he just came back at every round. He was just like, nah, I'm good now. It's all sweet. I've had a minute rest.
Yeah, now I'm fine. Fine to go again. Oh, what's that? You want to smack me like square in the fucking frontal lobe with a sledgehammer? Oh, I'll just get a double leg.
Right. Like you said, it's like kind of hard to, like he lost his head. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's up in the fucking rafters. Body still lands a double leg. Makes it through the round and they just put his head back on him between the round.
And he's like, yeah, I'm right.
Third round, he's like, yeah, fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's good to go.
Yeah. Fun fight, man. The other guy got it done pretty convincingly. Who's the other guy?
Alonzo Menefield.
I'm not even going to try to say Alonzo got it done. I'd say pretty convincingly. Is that right? Or
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So you don't reckon it was a draw?
I mean, he got a point taken for holding the fence.
Yeah, he did too, didn't he?
If he didn't get that point taken, he wins type thing. So yeah, with the point taken, it's a draw. Like in my eyes too, yeah.
Yeah, actually, that does make sense.
So yeah, I didn't have an issue with that whatsoever.
No.
But that's like the second UFC event in a row that I've seen that exact same thing happen. Do hoi choi. I shouldn't be allowed to try and say these things. Some do the card before with an accidental headbutt, but like I really like that the UFC is putting this in place where the refs will just take points instantly, not like, oh no, you get a warning, no, you get a warning, you get a warning. No, just fucking take points the second they do shit.
That's it.
Because I know they're not meant to be doing it. But it's like the headbutt one was a little bit like, because he was just trying to advance position. It's not like he just went back and fucking headbutted the dude.
Like you said, and Dana tried to rectify it.
Well, Dana was like, he's getting his whole purse. Like, yeah. In this situation, I understand a little bit more. Yeah, like holding the fence, like it stops them from going to a different position. You know what I mean? So, but like, I don't think like a point taken straight away is the right call in that situation, unless he did it multiple times.
Yeah, that's it.
So, with the point taken, I didn't pay enough attention to that fight because I was just laughing too much about what Jimmy Crute can handle.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
So I don't know if he held on to the fence a couple of times in that third round or something. That's why he got a point taken.
Mm.
But yeah, I feel like the decision was fine.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Alrighty, moving on to Justin Tafa versus Parker Porter. Fuck me.
Justin Tafa.
Yeah.
Got it done by knockout, right?
Yeah, that check right hook coming in and just absolutely slept Porter.
Every fucking fight on this card was an Aussie.
Mm.
Like literally every fucking fight.
Yeah, it
From
was
the
designed
start
that
to
way,
the end. Yeah. Fucking that's dope.
which is great because anytime like they came out and there was just a little like Australian tag next to the thing, everyone's just like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was a fucking
he's from where I'm from.
yeah. The crowd was fucking nuts, eh?
Absolutely fucking insane.
There was no stopping him.
Well, speaking of people that there's no fucking stopping, man, why don't we just move on to the next fight? Jack Della Maddalena.
Yeah,
This cunt is one to watch, man.
Yeah, we were talking about that last ep.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was like an exciting one to happen. Yeah, and he lived up to that. How did he finish with a choke?
Finished with a choke. Fuck, man. Did you see the replay of it?
No.
He fucking, like, he's, doing his, like, regular boxing, then he just cracks this cunt with a hook, and old mate just, like, face plants to the ground for a second. Then, Jack jumps on top of him, is just ground and pounding him for a couple of seconds, and then old mate turns around to try and, like, get away from it, and instead of just continuing to ground and pound, he just instantly grabs his neck and just choked him out.
Yeah, nice.
So not only, like, vicious and, like, crazy knockout power, but good fight IQ in the sense of, like, oh, I can just take his back and finish this right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking dope.
I still don't. Hang on, what? He fights at welterweight. That's gonna be interesting.
That's a fun.
Moving further, I wonder what he's ranked now, because he started like, I think this is like not his first main card appearance, but like he's starting to move up the main card.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like when you're getting around that third fight, you're starting to really get up the rankings.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like they've got you there for a reason.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, I don't know what he's ranked, but
well, why don't I
fun to see what like
find that out quickly?
I think they asked him like what was next, and he said he just wants someone like higher ranked up or some shit. There's a fucking fun fighter on the prelims as well, Jack. No, I don't know. Someone Jenkins or some shit. He had like Aussie dude, like an Aussie boy with a mullet and a moustache. Did you see anything about him?
Yeah, I did. Like an afro.
No, he had like a mullet.
Oh yeah, like curly kind of hair. Yeah. I did see him.
Dude, he's a scrapper. He's a fucking fun.
Oh yeah, I did see like a highlight. Like the dude like leg kicked him and he like nods and then just kicks him back in the leg and then in the ribs twice as hard.
I feel like that guy's broken 3 out of 4 of his last opponent's legs.
Really?
Which is crazy stats.
Fucking hell. Hang on. Where the fuck? No, I don't want. Where are we? Welterweight. Okay. He's not even top 15 yet.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Yeah, probably why he wanted someone in the rankings, obviously.
Exactly. So you probably think good fights like Li Jingliang, Neil Magny.
Li Jingliang.
Yeah.
Is that the guy with the suits?
Yeah, it is.
What a man.
The guy with the killer suit.
What a fucking man that guy is, though.
Fucking guy. But yeah, let's move on to. Fuck, hang on, I need to get back to my shit here. Let's move on to the co-main event. We had Yair Rodriguez submitting Josh Emmett by a triangle choke,
which is mad. He's not like a ground guy.
No.
Yeah. That got fight of the night.
Did it?
Yeah. So that must have been a mad fucking fight while it lasted.
Yeah, my stream fucked out and I didn't really get to see it. I saw them like entering the ring and then by the time I got back to it, it was just like Yair celebrating, drinking a beer.
Yeah. It might have been Yair got fighter of the night. I don't know, because Volk and Islam was fighter of the night.
Oh, 100%.
But that got some type of recognition as well. I just don't know to what degree. Yeah. That sets up Volk versus Yair. Which is fucking dope.
Should we get into that before we get into the main fight?
No, we're getting into the main fight and talk about it.
Okay. Yeah, because I think it'll lead into it. What a fight.
I mean, it's fucking not what I expected. I didn't expect that at all. I expected it to go one or two ways.
I did not expect a decision. No.
No, fuck no. I don't think anyone expected a decision. Like it was meant to go one or two ways. Either Volk was meant to get the early finish, which like fuck that first round was fucking crazy to watch.
Yeah.
Or Islam was just meant to take him down and finish him early.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was never meant to go the way of like both having the other one in dangerous positions and like just like one of the most technical fights you could fucking want, really.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. That was
It was just interesting to see how they both had enough to negate each other's strengths. Islam's striking was just precise enough and just powerful enough to like keep Volkanovski like not just jumping in whenever he wanted, and then Islam also couldn't just shoot whenever he wanted because he figured halfway through he's like, I can't just throw this kind of around like I have been with everybody else.
It was all like what we talked about, like that like lower gravity man. Just couldn't get him off his feet and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I swear Volk doesn't have a neck.
And dude, the
Just
amount
like
of
all
like,
fucking
especially
shoulders.
later on in the fight when Islam was real tired, there was times where Volk was just throwing him around,
Yeah.
which was real interesting to see.
I don't think Islam's gone 5 rounds.
No, I don't
Ever.
think so.
And Volk's like done multiple with Max Holloway.
Yeah,
So he's just used to like that pace, you know what I mean?
and he did less of a weight cut this time too.
Yeah, so he had more energy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Would have been a bit stronger than what he usually would be at featherweight. And yeah, Islam just, seemed to tire more, obviously.
Dude, we'll look at him after the fight. Volkanovski was standing there like semi-fresh face kind of thing, talking into the microphone, and then it cuts to Islam and he's being held up by 2 people. Looks like he's just had the shit kicked out of him by 6 cunts in an alley.
Yeah, his eye was fucked up too.
Yeah.
He's right eye, left eye, whatever side it was.
Which is what leads everybody into like the things that they're jumping to of Volkanovski was robbed.
Nah.
No. Like you said, and like I said this morning, it's hard because you're getting so many different portrayals of the stats that make it look one way as if like, oh, well, like if you look at it like that, then yeah, Volkanovski won kind of thing. But all right, the one thing we can agree on right at the start here, first 2 cards, fine. 49-46.
That guy's
You need to be fired.
that guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah. What the fuck are you watching?
You can't 49-46 that.
No.
Like, yeah, I'll agree with the what was the other card? Fucking 48-47 or something.
Yeah, 48-47. Yeah, 2 were 48-47 and then one 49-46.
Which is completely
4 rounds to 1.
yeah, which is completely like acceptable. Like 1 point between that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, completely fucking acceptable. The way I look at it is like Volk wasn't robbed. You look at the stats throughout, like after the fight.
Yeah.
Volk landed more shots, but you look at the significant strikes. They're like the important ones.
Yeah.
And Volk only had 20 more, give or take a handful of like.
It's not even
others.
that. It's the fact that he had 20 more, but if you look at like significant strike percentages, I think Volk had like 70 out of like 160. Makachev had like 54 out of like 90. So his percentage is like 50 or 60% kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's the way that they look at it as well.
Yeah. And then Islam had 4 takedowns, I
4
believe,
takedowns with 7.5 minutes of control time.
which is like half the fight.
The control time thing does need to be looked at.
Well, if
It's
you had
real hard to dispute what's control and what's not.
them stats are a bit strange as well because there was a bit of the stat that said Islam tried no submissions, where I seen him finish the first round with neck crank.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a submission, regardless of if it was under the chin or not. A neck crank's still a submission. So that, I don't know, that stat confused me. But there should have been like, yeah, if you're on his back and Volk's like in trouble,
Mm-hmm.
it's like fucking control time plus whatever the fucking submission attempts as well, because you're attacking rear naked and everything. If you're just like in a dominant position, but it's like no real threat, that's just control time, because it's like, you know, they've got to like have wrestling pointed to a degree.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, yeah, as much as it's not like the most exciting thing to fucking watch, it's like effective.
That's it, because everything else, that's what I said before. Like, Makachev did enough striking to negate them being able to just landslide it one way in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because that's so even and then that other part of it is so out of whack is why you give him that extra round.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like
that's why
you
he's a
said,
point ahead in them two judges' eyes, you know what I mean?
like you said earlier, if Volkanovski cracks him at 2 minutes of the last round, we're not having this conversation.
No, like if it was like instead of like 30 seconds or whatever the fuck
He
it
got
was.
him at like it was just ticking over to a minute. It was either like just under or just before when he cracked him with that right hand and dropped him.
Yeah. Yeah, we trained it fucking exciting, the end of it.
But yeah, like you said, another 50 seconds, Islam doesn't survive that ground and pound because he was starting to get to him.
Yeah.
By their last 10 seconds, Islam was just shelling up, sticking his legs up because he couldn't defend against it anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck, there was some, like around like 45 seconds or something, he sort of got him in like a, I don't know whether you'd say it's like half guard or whatever the fuck it is, but Volkanovski just frees one of his hands and just rips him in the spleen like 7 times as hard as he can.
Yeah, fuck
Like
yeah.
I don't care how many bears you wrestle with for 30 years of your life, you feel that. Your
Yeah.
ribs are fucked. If they're not broken, they're fucked for weeks.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And then it also leads us into leads me into a question of, it's sort of a double-ended question in the sense of, is Islam really as strong as everybody says he is, or is Volkanovski just a fucking freak?
I think Volk's just like a freak. You keep some type of strength going from like the size he was to the size he is now.
Yeah.
Like you keep strength through that, whether it's like leg strength, but you'd keep like core strength. Volk would be like unnaturally strong. And you see it like the way he like manhandles and beats the fuck out of like strong featherweights. Like he beat like Chad Mendes, I think.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, got found out later that he was like juiced.
Yeah.
And Volk just like fucked him. So yeah, I feel like he's just unnaturally strong. And like comes into like, yeah, he's like what he did before fighting. He was
Yeah,
just, like,
exactly.
everyone knew he was going to be like hard to take down and hard to hold down and shit.
Which, like we said, like we made the point during the week, last week, but we didn't think it was going to be that much of a factor, but apparently it was. Because like we said, there was numerous times where you could see Makachev struggling to just try and do what he wanted, what he'd usually be able to do with bigger people.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't.
No, well, like, yeah.
Interesting point. Makachev didn't think he won.
I've
Volkanovski
seen a
said
thing
in the
about
press...
that. I don't think it's...
Well, in the, like, you can look into it any way you want kind of thing, but it leads me to believe that, like, if you say that shit, you don't think you won. If you walk back to your corner and the first thing that you say is set up a rematch, or, like, there needs to be a rematch, you don't think you won.
But has it come out that he actually said that, or that people just said that he said that?
Volkanovski said he heard him say it.
No,
And-
part of his team heard him say it or something.
Something like that.
Islam came out and addressed him. Was like, no.
Yeah, but he would come out and address it and say no. He's doing that exactly now. He
I'd watch it again.
tweeted something. Yeah, 100% I'm watching it. He tweeted something yesterday. This is the shit that annoys me about him. It's like, that was the hardest fight of your life and you barely made it out alive. Look at the difference. Like I said before, look at the difference in between Volkanovski talking on the mic afterwards, looking like he could have gone another 5 fucking rounds,
Yeah.
and you being held up by your goddamn team. That was the hardest thing you've ever done. Don't lie about it. You then tweet the next day saying, oh, Volkanovski probably won that last minute of the last round. Get fucked. Like, just be humble. It's so irritating how these guys
Yeah.
act like they're fucking humble and this and that, and like men of God and fucking, and then they say this shit.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It doesn't change the number one pound for pound status.
I mean, in the book.
In my eye, in the books,
Not in
yeah.
people's
In my
eyes, it
eyes,
doesn't.
it doesn't.
I don't think in anyone's eyes
No.
it does.
God, no.
Like, Volk just proved that he's like, can go up and hang with the champ. Not even hang, like, that was like as close as a fight could be. Type
He
thing.
wins the rematch. Because he knows he doesn't have to be as hesitant.
I mean, yeah, but Islam could probably like train better and not gas. I don't think he's like was prepared for 5 rounds. And like he's never
But
been
is there
5 rounds.
anybody that he's going to be able to go against in that division that's going to put on the pace that Volkanovski does?
Yeah, I don't feel like he'll just,
Chandler for 5 minutes.
I don't feel like he'll
So
try
what?
like make it a striking match next time.
No, he definitely won't.
So it'll be more like just like
But at the same
him
point in
holding
time,
Volk
then
down, because I don't think Volk might actually be like unsubmittable. He's come out and said it. He might actually be.
it's
fucked
a
up.
huge call, but it might be the right call,
I feel like Islam's too big for 155 as well,
dude.
because he
Would
barely
that
made
fight
the
have
weight.
been different if that was Khabib?
Khabib didn't have as good of a striking, but Khabib was about Volk's size.
Mm.
So I feel like, and Khabib's wrestling was better. I don't know why everyone says that this dude has better wrestling
No,
than Khabib.
God, no.
It's so weird that people like say that. But even Khabib came out and said like, no, he was better than me. Maybe
Which is a
he's got
lie.
better
It's all.
striking.
This is what I mean. It's all face. Like,
But I mean, I see Khabib's side, like maybe he's coming out like he has striking that's better than mine and shit. Because he
Yeah,
proved
he-
he's got good like precision, good
oh,
power.
100%. He's way more
Against,
well-rounded than
yeah.
Khabib is. He's not a better wrestler.
Nah.
Khabib
so.
is terrifying on the ground.
If Khabib got a hold of Volk's face, the way like he did of Connor, he would have just like ripped his fucking neck till he broke it.
This is the other thing too. Makachev doesn't have that dog in him.
No, because he had Volk's face and he was just like fucking toying with him. Khabib would have just tried to rip his head off.
I don't know what it is, man, and it feels stupid to say, like somebody who's never been in a ring, but you can tell the difference looking in someone's eyes
Yeah.
of someone who's just like, yeah, I'm confident in my abilities and I'm a confident fighter, and the look in someone's eyes of like, if I get a hold of your face, I'm going to take your jaw here and the rest of your skull here and try and rip it the fuck apart.
Yeah.
That's how Khabib looked at people.
Yeah, he just wanted to
exactly
kill.
like that. It's that the one where he was in the number one contender before going to the fucking championship. He's like, he's calm, but he's sitting on top of somebody just trying to put his fucking elbow through his face,
Yeah.
just going, you know, I deserve this.
Yeah.
Makachev doesn't have that
Michael
attitude.
Johnson. Yeah.
He doesn't. He just doesn't. Because he's come from where he's come from, he's like had this whole. He didn't have to work for it like Khabib did. Khabib built that shit on his back,
Yeah.
and Makachev is just riding the wave.
Yeah. All of them are essentially.
Yeah, they all are.
But like,
And yeah, they're
they're
all
obviously all
talented,
really good. Yeah. But like,
but they
feel
don't need
like-
to be so fucking arrogant about it.
I feel like, I don't know, Khabib was like smaller than what he is, like stature wise and shit.
He's way bigger though.
Yeah.
Khabib cuts more weight.
I don't feel like
Dude, Khabib's walking around at like 200 pounds now.
he's fucking massive. I feel like Khabib probably beats Volk though. I feel like because Khabib doesn't try to strike with him. Khabib gets tagged once and he's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And then just works for like a finish on the ground.
Khabib's got a better chin than Makachev too.
Yeah, he got fucking wobbled early.
Mm-hmm.
And then Volk got wobbled early, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, you'd never really seen him like get dropped to a knee before, but he fucking recovered quick.
Dude, he got hit with that crisp knee in the fifth and like took one step back and then just went, fuck, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, Volk's a little fucking pit boy.
100%. Like I said, his stock goes up, and in my eyes, he doesn't lose that number one pound for pound. He's still the number one pound for pound fighter in the UFC.
Yeah, I feel like in everyone's eyes. It just makes like that fight happen again, either right away or even like after Volk goes down, beats Yair, he's the champ again. And then
I think he
Islam
moves
beats
to
whoever he was.
155 after this. He goes down, like,
Yeah.
beats Yair, proves that there's nobody in that division that can fuck with him, and then just goes to 155.
Maybe.
Who can fuck with him at 155? There's a couple of people, yeah, striking wise, that are like real proficient kind of thing, but
Poirier would light that boy up.
yeah, maybe.
Definitely.
It's not a definitely.
Poirier's going to tag him once.
Volkanovski has proved that, yeah, if he tags him, though, that's the thing.
Yeah, but Islam tags him.
Yeah,
Poirier's going to hit him.
Poirier's going to hit him.
And Volk is going to shoot his ass. No, but
It's
like,
one of
it's
those-
fun. It's like, because I feel like Volk's got like a really good chin. But we just seen it when Holloway went up. Like, it was the same thing. Like, oh, fuck, Holloway's going to fucking just dance around him. Holloway's so fast, so fast. The second Poirier landed one shot, Holloway was like, ugh, and then never the same for the rest of the fight.
They're different.
Didn't finish him.
They're different people, though.
Yeah, I see it going the same way, though.
Probably, most likely. But it's like, there's not many people except for those really like very, very top 2, maybe 3 people that can fuck with him. And that's about it. He clears out the rest of that division.
Trying to think who else is in that division. Because, like, I'm looking at the top 5, and in my eyes, the top 5 all beat him.
Who is in the top 5 in that division?
So Chandler, Poirier.
Chandler gets
Islam.
tagged.
Yeah,
I don't give a
but-
fuck about his power. Volk's too precise for that. Chandler's way too wild. He comes out swinging. Volk cracks him and he goes to sleep.
I feel like you're underestimating how hard everyone in that division hits compared to 145 and Islam. Like Islam's not a good person to put it up against. Like how hard any of them crack, and he's like never
I'm not
been
disputing,
tested.
like-
He's been finished like by someone that's not really that great of a striker.
I'm not disputing how hard they hit. I'm just disputing the actual skill difference in between his striking and stuff. Like it's been like, because this is the thing, you got to look at it in the sense of like, people were saying like, oh, Max Holloway is the most elite striker we've ever fucking seen in the UFC, and then Volkanovski just does that to him.
Yeah, but Holloway got fucking pieced up by Poirier before that, so like he shouldn't have even been in the argument in reality.
Yeah,
And then Poirier outboxed Connor. So again, Poirier is just like ahead of that argument. But then there's like,
everything's got
Better
a
boxers than
variable
Poirier.
attached to it. Everything has a
Yeah.
variable attached to it. Because Poirier beat the shit out of Connor, but then Connor also beat the shit out of him a couple of years ago.
yeah.
So is it Connor's on a downfall? Is it Poirier
Nah,
wasn't in his
Poirier.
prime? Is it like there's just everything's got a fucking question and then a different question attached to it. You can't
Until shit happens.
until shit happens.
And then like, even when there's a question after it happens, Poirier went and beat him again, regardless of if like the leg break happened or not.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That ruins the question. If he comes out and knocks him out without the leg break, yeah, no question whatsoever. Poirier is the 100% better fighter, but it's 1-1.
I looked at what happened in the lead up to that happening
Oh, yeah, Poirier was
So-
winning the fight.
and like checked a kick, regardless of like where he checked it. He like defended a kick and that made the break. I think he like blocked a kick with his elbow, and I thought like put the break in the
Yeah.
foot, which is like you just like checking well.
But you just never
don't know.
fucking know what was going to happen. If that doesn't happen,
Yeah, but yeah, it'd be good to have like a
yeah.
thing on that. But getting back to Volk, I feel like he does well at 155, but I feel like the size gets too much for him.
My thing is as well on your point before of like these heavy hitters and stuff like that. Poirier's late 30s and has been in fucking wars. It's the
yeah.
point you were making before of like, you don't know how much longer Holloway's got.
But
And
you
how
never
much longer Poirier's got. I don't know how much longer Chandler's got.
You never
If-
see Poirier come out of fights looking too bad.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you never saw Muhammad Ali coming out of fucking fights looking too bad. Look what happened to him.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking good with Parkinson's.
It's just that's how it happens, man. You young one. Look at Tony
Yeah.
Ferguson. You're old one. You're young one day, and you're fucking old the next. After somebody fucking plants your skull into the rafters.
Well, I feel like he took a severe beating from Gaethje.
Yeah,
Like just a prolonged. They should have stopped that like a round.
Oh,
too
yeah,
early and just
100%.
been like, you have no hope in this fight, right? And Tony just be like, nah.
it's literally like that's like that. You remember the Simpsons episode where Ralph's in love with Lisa and Bart's fucking like rewinding the show, and he's like, and you can pinpoint.
Oh, yeah,
What's
heart
this? Lisa? You
breaks.
can pinpoint the exact second that his heart breaks in half. It's like you can pinpoint the exact second where Tony Ferguson sustained permanent brain damage and he would have
Yeah.
been the same forever. That last uppercut where he just stumbles backwards and the ref is like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just getting hit with
How
shots.
often does a UFC fight get stopped on the feet like that?
Yeah, that's fucking not that often.
Exactly.
But that was just a prolonged beating.
Mm.
And
So,
then
yeah,
he
that
went,
shit
got
changes
his
you.
head kicked into a fucking, like I say, the rafters. I don't know. He's working with some young boxer at the moment. Callum Walsh or something.
Okay.
Should be fun to keep an eye out for.
Hmm.
Unrelated, but it just makes me think of that boxer when I think of Ferguson.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're probably right. Like Volk does go back down and fight Rodriguez kind of thing.
I feel like he can probably rematch Islam.
Straight
and make
away.
it another. No, I don't think Islam would do that. I feel like they'll both just go clear out their divisions and then meet again.
Yeah.
But like at the same point of time, I don't know. I like Poirier against Islam.
We haven't seen that, have we?
No, we're seeing
Poirier number 2? Number 1?
Hey,
Poirier number 1?
yeah, he's pretty highly ranked.
Yeah.
Number 1 or 2, yeah. No one else has really beat him. He got beat by Khabib.
He's just here, so.
But yeah, I feel like because like the only thing stopping Poirier Gaethje. Like most of them people
Oliveira.
being champ were fucking
Oliveira's number 1.
yeah, that makes
And then Poirier's number 2.
yeah. Well, like Islam's not as good as Khabib. He can't just dominate people with wrestling. He showed he couldn't manhandle a 145er.
God.
So like, how's he gonna go against like people like you look at Dustin Poirier and the size of that motherfucker's back? He's a 170er.
Oh, yeah.
Just makes it down to 55. Like he's a massive. So like, how's Islam gonna go against him?
Yeah, it's very true.
So just leaves his questions like Islam's got questions to answer at that weight.
Yeah, he really does now.
Volk's just gonna probably run through Rodriguez. You can imagine. That's a fun fight to watch, but I see Volk just drowning him.
Yeah, especially if you like it's by proxy, like Holloway outstrikes Rodriguez
Yeah.
and then Volk does that to Holloway, so you think he's probably just gonna do the same thing to Rodriguez.
Yeah. Yeah, I see him just probably drowning him,
Mm-hmm.
finishing him late, potentially.
He just can't keep up with that pace, man. It's ridiculous.
Nah. Yeah, it's fucking
He never stops.
he like out cardioed the cardio king
Yeah.
in Holloway. So yeah, he's the new cardio king. So yeah, there's fun shit there.
100%. We got Mauricio Lara versus Lee Wood for Lee Wood's WBA super featherweight title. So this is 126. These guys are fighting at.
So you like Lara in this fight, eh?
No, I like Wood.
Yeah. I don't like Wood's chin early until he warms up and like gets into the fight. That's a real worry. But I'm hoping this fight, that was just against that Conway or whatever his name was.
Conlon, yeah.
He obviously just came out not warmed up.
Conlon cracks too.
Yeah, and he got tagged, but the way he like dealt with it, he like the first one like dropped him and he looked flatlined.
Mm.
Then he got back up, got cracked with the same shot, maybe like 4 or 5 more times.
Yep.
So like that concerns me. Like he shouldn't be starting that stiff and slow, but once he kind of got in the flow of the fight, yeah, he's a good boxer.
Yeah, 100%.
Obviously holds power to finish someone, like fucking stiffen someone and send them out of the ring in the 12th.
Yeah.
Drops the other guy in the 11th, I believe, as well.
Yeah, something like that.
And then literally stiffened him and sent him like falling out of the ropes onto his fucking top of his head.
Yeah, that was scary knockout.
Dude, so bad. But I don't know much about the other guy, Lara.
He went through like a 2 or 3 fight series with Josh Warrington. They sort of went back and forth.
Mm.
Ended up winning 2 out of 3 of those fights, I believe. Good fighter, but yeah, like I said, I favor Wood in this fight.
Is there like good fights on the undercard or anything? Or who's holding the card?
There is a prospect on the undercard. I can't remember what his name is though.
Where's the card?
Maybe like Stephen Dalton. I think his name might be. Dalton. It's in the UK.
In the UK,
So it'll be early in the morning.
Is it the zone card?
On the zone.
Beautiful.
So we will be watching that for sure.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't know much about the other fighter. I haven't looked a great deal into him. My concerns for it are how Wood starts.
Yeah.
He seems like a slow starter in my eyes, and maybe he doesn't warm up to his full potential beforehand. I don't know. Maybe that was just that one fight. I've only ever watched that fight. It
And
was like a good...
he's fighting a Mexican fighter in like Mauricio Lara, so
He's going to bring the pace from the start.
exactly, as they always do.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't have much to say on it really, except
Yeah.
we might do a companion,
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one to do.
see what happens.
See how it fucking goes down.
Well, that leads into what stands up Bernie.
Speaking of things going down,
I feel like this is more like what stands my Bernie.
Mm.
It's just like that people were still like flocked to Logan Paul after he's just like it's come out that he's just scammed all his fans.
yeah,
He's fucking like the Suicide Forest thing. Like, you know, he was able to come back from that, and like that's pretty fucking rough. But then to come back from that and then like shit on that George dude's beliefs in like because he's a Christian.
yeah,
Completely shit on all Christians. Like, no, you believe in God, so you're basically a moron.
yeah,
And like, no, like everyone just makes like YouTube videos about it. Like, oh, well, it's his friend George, so it's fine. And then it just gets like swept on the rug. You don't hear shit about it. Then he like the whole scam thing comes out, and you just get swept under the fucking rug. And then he's just like Dana signs him, fucking like he's on the morning show fucking in Sydney.
Yeah.
It's like, how? How can you fuck up so consistently, but like people just look the other fucking way? Like the only time people were ever like, oh, that's fucked up with like the forest.
Yeah.
But then even then, like he just crawled his way back in, and now that he's like back in.
That's it. Oh, I'm sorry.
But it makes like the whole thing
I
of
didn't
like
mean
that
to
he's.
do that. No, you did, and it's a fucked up thing.
It makes the whole like Matrix idea so much more like clear in my head. Of like, you see this motherfucker like, yeah, Ned, even though you're there, yeah, Ned, I 100% agree. The things that I've been doing have been outrageous. It's like,
I can't believe I have done them.
yeah, like what the fuck are you reading? And like, you know, why do you fucking, like anyone else fucking up and doing this shit and in the WWE, gone.
Yeah.
Like they've got a fucking like real small like tolerance for fucking shit. Yeah, nah, he's just fine. Come back, have a mad Royal Rumble moment, so everyone fucking wants to beat his dick off.
Exactly like you said. Like it just feeds into that whole, like, people are just like everything's just manufactured. Like,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what the fuck he does. Everyone's just gonna be like drawn to him for some reason just because he's charismatic enough, and
well, he just gets like put in front of the young population.
he says what everyone
Yeah.
likes.
Yeah, well, like a influencer who's just in battles at the moment in court cases for scamming his fans.
Yep.
Should he be on the Today Show to promote him and his drink? No, man, he shouldn't. Like, there's no possible like thing in my head where he's like, oh yeah, it's acceptable that he's just on a Sydney fucking morning show promoting himself when he's just scamming the fuck out of all his fans and shit at the moment. Like, I don't know if he is scamming his fans. I haven't looked into it.
We're gonna need to look into it more.
It
What I have,
definitely looks like the way he's promoting these fucking NFT fucking games. Most of them are a fucking scam.
Yeah.
He was promoting it, therefore he's promoting a fucking scam. It makes sense in my fucking head.
and I have an extra point to add to this too. I seen something on TikTok, like a video of like the camera cutting to them at the UFC and everybody booing them, and like literally every comment saying something like, "Oh, they're just booing Logan, they're not booing KSI." It's like, no, motherfucker. Those are combat sports fans. Those aren't your fucking teeny boppers on YouTube or whatever that just froth this kind of don't like this other guy or whatever or the fuck. All right? Those opinions don't come into play here. The opinions that are coming into play are the fact that those two fuckheads are ruining things that we love. KSI is putting on stupid fucking tag team boxing events. No. We're not just booing Logan Paul because he's a piece of shit, as we previously mentioned. This other guy isn't fucking helping either. We don't like either of them. Fuck off.
I don't like the tag team boxing. I don't mind Misfits boxing if they lined it up better. I don't get this whole tag team thing. I don't understand how it's going to work.
I don't fucking care.
Like, oh, I got rocked. I'm tagging. There's no way in my head that tag team boxing works.
If you're one of those people that went out to any of those events to try and see those cunts or get a bottle of Prime, unsubscribe. And if I meet you in real life, tell me so that I can spit in my hand and wipe it on your face. I don't even want to spit in your face. Like, that feels like too much effort for me.
Yeah, you gotta fucking.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, definitely unsubscribe. And if you see me, just go away. I don't look at you.
But yeah, it's just fucking getting old, man. I'm
Bro,
sick
the
of this
crowds that were like flocking around just to get a free bottle of the shit. They're
Yeah.
not even getting to meet this motherfucker. They just walk past.
Yeah, exactly.
Wrong. Get a better fucking haircut, cunt. What are you, fucking 30 on? I'm fucking 80. Get
Yeah,
away.
fuck me. The worst. Hide that forehead.
You can find us Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, fucking wherever.
Wherever you're looking. You can't escape.
Fucking Eggplant Tornado podcast. Get behind us. Help you enjoy yourselves. Yeah, sorry we're a little late. Sorry the Froome's not here. He'll be back next week. This week.
Yes, he will.
He'll be back this week.
Yeah, probably this week.
Probably for a veggie this week. Yeah, don't get your fucking Benny. It's fucking not. You dick in a twist or whatever the fuck. Whatever we say these days.